Here we're going to be making this amazing juice. You're here with Steve Prussack Juice Guru and Juicy Julie. Hey guys.
Look at the spread. Look at the spread.
We're going to make this. We're going to be making an apple ginger juice in just a second. But first I wanted to make sure that for everyone watching today, I want to make sure that you can download this amazing juicing chart, everything you want to know about juicing at what other than GuruLovesJane.com. So go ahead and get your juicing chart.
Free juicing chart for you. It's really, this chart is everything you need to know about juicing in this chart. So this chart makes you a juicing expert in from what juicer to get to what produce to get. And again, Julie said the link. It's GuruLovesJane.com because we love Jane Velez, we love Lunch Break Live. So let's do it. Okay. What do we got today, Julie?
We're going to be making an apple ginger juice. Absolutely delicious and fantastic for this time of year. Why? Because so many people have colds and flu, and this is a great flu and cold buster. So it's going to be 2 green apples, less sugar that way. It's going to be about an inch or so of ginger, 1 cucumber, 1 lemon, about a stalk of celery, and of course you've got your head of lettuce. We're using romaine lettuce, great flavor and packed with nutrients. So I'm going to hand it over to none other than Steve Prussack Juice Guru, and we're going to get started making this amazing juice.
Wow, I'm so excited. Julie, thank you for that introduction. Whoa, that was a whip around. Is that working okay with this? Basically, this is our little handy, I love this because, we can use the ceramic knife, but I'm going to use the corer, right? We just go like that.
It cores and slices all at the same time. Look at that.
And this is what we got for Jane. This is our slow start juicer. Rotates at 47 RPM, so it's a cold press juicer. Lasts about 24 hours, the juice from here, without losing any enzymes or nutrients. So here, we've got the green apple. Let's put a little bit of that in there. I'm going to put some romaine lettuce in there. And I love it because I'll tell you, Julie and everyone watching, I'm getting a little bit of a sniffle myself this time of the year, and this is going to really help protect us and build our immunity.
That's right. You know, our my son, Steve's stepson Eli, just had the flu, and he's still struggling with it a little bit, and we give him one of these juices. Really great for your immune building. And we know so many people who are struggling with flu and cold, and it's perfect for this time of year, and it's really delicious. And you can see there's not that many ingredients. Very easy to prep, very easy to juice. That's another thing.
And you can see, Julie, get in on this. You can see, I like, when I'm using the slow star, I do like to cut up my celery. If I'm using a bigger juicer like the Pro Juicer over there, I don't need to do that, but this is so it doesn't get in the gears and clog up the juicer. It just juices a lot better this way. That's a tip for you, Jane. If you're doing celery in here, you want to make sure. And I said it last week or last month when we were on here, if you do want a juicer like this, send me a private message. We'll get you family discount. We'll get it. We don't make money on it. We just get it to you at cost. So just let me know if you want one.
And of course, I mean, you know, we always want to make sure that most of our juices, not all the juices we make, but our juices that are daily juice always have greens, lots and lots of leafy greens. But you don't always have to do kale, you don't always have to do spinach. Sometimes you can do something as, not bland, but something as gentle, I'll say, as romaine lettuce. It has a delicious flavor, blends into any juice really well, and full and packed with nutrients, just like any leafy green.
And here's a tip, if you're looking for a tasty juice this time of the year, when you're doing cucumber, the peel can be bitter this time of the year in the winter time here in America. So you might want to just peel off the skin, even though there are nutrients in it. And I'm actually going to do that now because we've been noticing that our juices have been pretty bitter with the peel of the cucumber on there. So you just want to be careful of it. Julie, you okay with a little bitter? We'll put a little bit of it.
A little bitter, and you know, we especially noticed that because, as Steve said, our juices will last a long time. With this juicer, 24 hours. With our other juicer, 3 days, our other Tri-Best juicer. And so on the 3rd day or the 2nd day, it really gets bitter, so you want to be careful. And Steve, how are you prepping that lemon?
So some people like to put the peel in. When you're using a good juicer like this, you can. We find, you know, if you're going for flavor, and Julie and I love our juices to taste great. If you're going for flavor, I do like to thinly slice it where the pith is still on there. there are phytonutrients in the pith of our lemon, so we want that in our juice, Julie. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slice it real thin, get rid of some of that bitter peel that can kind of overtake your juice. Becomes a little too lemony when we put that whole peel in there. So I like to thinly slice it. That's just preference though. And I know some people in our Juice Guru community at juicegurutribe.com here on Facebook. We're at juicegurutribe.com where we have a few thousand people in there all over the world, and we're always giving tips and advice in there. So join us in there. And so there it is. See this?
And that that lemon is going to be packed with vitamin C. Really, really important part of this juice for this time of year.
Exactly, Julie.
I notice that people are noticing.
I should say juicy, Julie.
That's right. Kids are starting to bring germs home from school.
Right.
People are bringing it home from work, absolutely. And you want a good defense. Steve, would you have ever thought this? One thing that people might not know about us is Steve and I we're reunited high school sweethearts.
Way back.
And we were
in the 80s.
That's right, and we were not so healthy back in the 80s. Would you ever imagine, Steve, your dad owned a pharmacy. Would you imagine we would be doing ginger and lemon for natural health?
Julie, at 50 years old, I know this is the way to go. I've been doing this half my life. Thank God I started at the age of 26 to get my body juicing, because now I feel the benefits. No medication, no surgeries, tons of energy. And I'm glad to have brought that to your life too, because when Julie and I reunited all these years later, we broke up for 20 plus years. We got back together here in California. We dated in New Jersey. And I brought juicing to her and and my stepson Eli, and now it's part of their life. What's it done for you? And you can come on camera and talk about it if you want. Want to take over from here?
Sure, I can take over from here.
You want me to keep going?
Why don't you keep going? But I can talk about it, and also while you continue to show. Now you're back on some apple. But yes, for me, I have my son. He's 12 years old. He's getting on 13 pretty soon, and I was carrying for quite a few years a number of extra pounds. And I have to say that it's juicing and a vegan diet, also a plant-based diet, that really helped me take off all those pounds, extra pounds, about 10 extra pounds, and keep my weight down. The daily juicing really helps that.
This is, really the secret weapon. If you want to get your friends and family to eat more healthy, more plant foods, a more compassionate diet, this is the portal in. Because nobody wants to change their diet overnight. But if you get some fresh vegetables and fruit into their diet, and I'll tell you this little thing, only 9% of Americans are getting their daily allowance of fruits and vegetables. What better way to exceed the value? I'm saying exceed it with 1 glass a day. The 1 glass a day. And I want you to remember, no matter where you are on the journey, you're just 1 juice away. You're just 1 juice away from getting where you want to be, and juicing takes us there. So start with yourself. You inspire others. We find in our own community, it's a revolution, right, babe?
That's right. Steve,
it's a revolution.
Steve, can you talk a little bit about some of the individual ingredients in here? Just some of what you're going to get from cucumbers and...
Well, the cucumber, it's hydrating. So we like to put this in. It's just, the juice itself is alkalizing. So it's going to build our immune system. We've got the lemon. Julie talked about it. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, prevents against those viruses that our kids are bringing home from school. And then we've got the romaine lettuce, just loaded with nutrients. Look at all the chlorophyll in there. Chlorophyll is like the blood of the plant. We want to get that into our body. It matches the hemoglobin. This is a great blood thinner too.
You might remember last week, last month, I should say, when we were on here, we were talking about the difference between smoothies and juices. And I want to show, look, and this is one of our most recommended juicers. It's the Try Best Slow Star. And you can see the difference is that we're getting the juice out of one end, and you're taking all the pulp, or the insoluble fiber, out the other end. And by doing that, Stephen, you say this best. What's the difference between the juicing and the blending in terms of what I just pointed out?
Well, we want the fiber in our diet. Actually, we're going to give this to our puppy. We love amping up his dog food with it, or we like to compost it so it doesn't go to waste. You can also use it in stir fries and things like that. There's a lot we can do with it. But when we're looking for a nutrition blast, really what this does, the blender takes away the mastication, right? The chewing. This takes away the mastication, the chewing, and the digestion. Gets easily absorbed into our body, into our bloodstream, and it gets us strong. And again, think about it. You saw this pile, right? When you guys came in here, you saw how much produce we had. You would never be able to sit and eat all this and chew it down. We're in such a rush. This way we're getting nutrients like we would never get out of our produce, and we feel the difference, babe.
Right, and what about, this is our book, the book that we wrote together, Juice Guru, Transform Your Life by
It was the #1 Amazon bestseller for those who didn't know.
And the point that I want to make about it is, in that book, we heavily reference scientific studies about a juice a day and the incredible benefits.
Yes.
From your brain to your heart to every system in your body. You can't say the same about smoothies. They're amazing. It's a great way.
We have smoothies.
That's right. It's a great way to get those fruits and vegetables in your body for sure. But there isn't the same body of studies about the unbelievable impacts it has on your health, on your well-being as a daily juice.
Well, there's a reason they use these in cancer clinics all over Europe. Here in the United States, Hippocrates Health Institute in Florida, and an oasis of healing over in Mesa, Arizona, to Dr. Gabriel Cousins' Tree of Life, to Gerson Therapy and Gerson Institute. They're using juices. This is medicinal. This is next level of health, and it's why we're not Smoothie Guru. We love our smoothies, but this is the next level. Yeah, it's a little more work to juice, but we've got little tips and tricks to make it really easy. And I mentioned it before, we've got a juicing chart for you free. This is all you need to get yourself started juicing. It's over at GuruLovesJane.com to get that for free. And pick up one of our books. Join our community at JuiceGuruTribe.com. That's where we are every day sharing inspiration, wisdom, love. And we've got a great community, almost 10,000 people all over the world in there. We want you to be part of it. Now, bam, what do you think of this? And I want you to come strain it, and I'm going to do the handoff.
Yeah, I'm going to strain it. To show everybody the beautiful.
What do you got there, Julie?
Okay, so this is the final step we like to do. You don't have to do this if it's just not your thing, but we like a very smooth juice. So with any juicer, you're going to get some of that pulp sort of left over. You're going to get foam, especially greens, leafy greens will have a component in them that will cause a lot of this foam. So if you don't like the foam, if it's just not your thing, if you prefer to have a much more smooth juice like we do, this is the final step, the fine mesh strainer, and you just strain out all that extra stuff, and we're gonna be left with the most smooth tasting juice ever. So we talked a lot, Steve talked a lot about the benefits of this juice, the benefits of green juice, the benefits of the apple and the ginger and the lemon. But I want to talk about the fact that you would never know if you looked at a plate of just celery and romaine and a lemon, you would never know that all these things with the ginger, with the apples, will combine to make such a delicious flavor, right, Steve? I mean, it's so important. If you're gonna juice and you're gonna do the daily juice habit, one of the most important things you can do is love your juice. You gotta love your juice. And this is one of those amazing recipes that show you how amazing juice tastes. Would you say that, Steve?
Yep.
What's your favorite flavor in juice, Steve?
I like that we're mixing it up, and we're just about at the end here right now, but I don't really like my juices sweet, so I don't need all that fruit in my juice. But, we put a little bit of apple in here to sweeten it up, and don't worry, it's not going to raise your blood sugar too much. We didn't overdo it with the fruits, so we like a nice green juice, Julie. That's my favorite.
That's right, and what we said is we purposely pick the green apple. It has less sugar than your redder apples, a little less sweet. And also the thing about apples is they're actually a blood sugar regulator. And so they're actually not going to spike your blood like that. So we are about ready. Are you ready to try this and drink it up?
Yeah, let's drink it up.
Okay.
Because we're just coming to the end here again. We were so excited to juice it up with you here today. This juice is amazing. It's great for the winter, great to build your immune system. It's great year-round. It's really one of our favorite juices. So Julie's going to serve it up for you, and we're going to cheers and let you know how it tastes, because this is my favorite part right now.
That's right. It looks so great.
Do we have the glass straws over there?
Yes, I do. I have 2 here in.
So we like to keep it completely eco with the glass straws. Or you want to call them grass straws or glass straws?
We're drinking grass, right? Isn't that what people think when they drink a green juice?
Right.
But we are using glass straws.
And again, you saw all that produce there, all that stuff. We just got a little bit of celery left right now, and it's just amazing. Do you want to go ahead and I'll turn it over to you?
Let's flip it around.
That.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Okay,
and so
one for you.
let me grab this. And we're going to say, let's bring the camera down just a little bit there.
Got it the wrong way. There we go.
Cheers. Thank you again for joining us. Lunch Break Live. We love you, Jane. Again, for your free chart. It's Guru Loves Jane because we love you, Jane.
Love you, Jane.
Cheers.
Wow, that's very different.
From high school sweethearts to juicing lifestyle, we love you here at Juice Guru, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
We'll be back next month.
See you then.